I ain't Mitch Connor, and this is Jeff C's channel, New World Bullcrap. Um, Now, as you can see, this guy's completely obsessed with the flat Earth thing, which I am not a flat Earther. But I just want to show something, and this is something I tried to point out to him recently. I want to say it was, no, not this one. I don't know, it was one of these stupid videos he put up, And I was trying to point out to him that flat Earth thing is actually quite tiny. But there's something that's not that is disinformation. And it's this alien extraterrestrial subject. Well, this is a 1.1 million viewed video. And there's not a single document in it proving anything that is claimed in the title. And just looking in the sidebar, dying ex-CIA worker comes forward about Area 51 and aliens. 3 million views. Former World Banker says second species controls Earth. 1 million views. 5 strongest signs of aliens and alien life. 27 million views. Okay. Another one, 1 million. Another one, 1 million. Another one, 3.5 million. And this is just in the sidebar, related stuff. 1 million for this one. Nearly a million for this. And technically, 5 million is a viral video now. But if you want to still stick with the 1 million figure, well, that's fine. Let's look at this UFO, and hey, 9 million for this one. But let's go the filter here. View count. Okay, 21 million, 16 million, 12 million, 12 million, 10 million, 10 million, 9 million, and so on. Okay, it's a lot of views. Extraterrestrial. Should I do this plural or not? Filter view counts. 3 million. Let's see if we take off the S, what happens. Well, there's Katy Perry's friggin' video with 390 million views, but that's obviously doesn't count. All right. 5 million. Yeah, some Katy Perry stuff, but even still, a couple of million. You got a number of them that are over 1 million. Aliens. Maybe I should search alien abduction. Yeah, there's some things, alien prank, but real alien UFO caught on video, 21 million. Creepiest alien videos, 25 million. You get into actual viral stuff here. Oh, the classic, this one, which Jeff Seed actually did cover back when it came out, and props to him for that. I give credit where credit's due. Alien abduction. View count. Alright. 3 million. But you get up over 1 million with this stuff. Oh, this is gotta be great. Look at that picture. Anyway, maybe you're getting my point here. No. Flat Earth. Then let's go to view count. Okay, Vsauce has got 8 million. We got 1.6 million here for Earth is round argument. But then there's this one, 700,000. That's a bit. Eric Dubé's got 647,000, but that's not 27 million. Okay. I don't care if Tila Tequila and B.O.B. are talking about it, like, they're freaking retards, okay? I mean, Tila Tequila, like 2-3 years ago, was talking about being offered to join the Illuminati and crap, for Christ's sake. And she was saying that, she was like a monarch mind control, all that crap, okay? And there's people who pull hoaxes on that stuff too that probably aren't agents, like CIA agents or what have you. All right. But yeah, you get into hundreds of thousands of views on some things, but that's not squat compared to the whole UFO alien thing. I'm sure I could take that search further. Now let's look into one more thing about flat Earth. Oh yeah, one more thing about the tequila and all though. You ever, she's probably just doing it for publicity, and Bob probably is too. All right. So, all right, I'm gonna do this in Google search, okay? Because I can set parameters a little bit more. Anytime, custom range. Well, let's go back. Let's just go back 1 year. Let's just say February 1st. Oh wait, no, sorry. Let's see what we get with this date. April Fool's 2013. How about that? Alright, so we get some going. Neil Armstrong talks about edge of the flat. Yeah, probably not. Alright, so I don't think this one counts for May, so let's see. Yes, there are still people that believe the Earth is flat. There's a Flat Earth Society, but is it really that big? Videos. Eric Dubay. When did he start uploading anyways, for crying out loud? Started in 2007. Alright, I'm not going to make you watch me open up all these windows. Okay, so this is the very first video on Dubay's channel, the Flat Earth Conspiracy, which is November 14th, 2014. Now, just so it's not clear, I want to basically get to the thesis of this, what I'm trying to present here. And I'm not for a second discounting, the media, and I believe even the president has done, a correlation to flat Earth and, conspiracy theorists and all that crap, okay? I'm not discounting that. But this whole flat Earth thing is not a big thing, okay? The UFO thing is much bigger. And I just want to explain how this relates, okay? Because like Jeff C is acting like every single fucking person's a shill, okay? And his technique actually just reinforces the belief of those who have grasped onto this idea, okay? And it's not the first, like before it was Lord Stephen Christ in the concave earth, and he wasn't the only one pushing it, and he still is. And I mean, if you know who that guy is, he's freaking ridiculous, and just, he's crazy. I could tell you a bit about the history of him. I looked into the guy quite a bit, but that's not the point. You can do that all by yourself if you want. MissTerryBabyLoneStar.com, like the name Terry, T-E-R-I. Miss, M-I-S-S, Miss Terry Baby LoneStar.com. Pornographic website. It's insane, But through Jeff C's technique of basically insulting the shit out of people and being a total asshole, he is actually reinforcing this belief in the flat Earth, I mean, upon first year, I looked into it a tiny bit, and it's mildly convincing, but I was never fully convinced by a long shot, But, a lot of things can be convincing if you give a freaking really strong argument for it, or one that appears strong, by being selective about it. But then Jeff goes off on it, and, just people who don't like him, they end up, well, now I got to check this out, and then they get convinced by it, and then he keeps being an asshole and, just reinforces the belief. And how is that helping anything? It probably just helps it grow. And this equates to the whole UFO phenomena, okay? with Richard Doty, who's Air Force Office of was it Special Operations or whatever, Air Force Intelligence. Okay, and he from the early '80s was spreading disinformation, especially through this guy named Paul Benowitz, who that's where the Majestic 12 documents came from and all that crap, which were forgeries. If you don't know what Majestic 12 is, it was allegedly this council put together during the Eisenhower administration in the 50s to deal with the alien UFO problem, okay, or issue or whatever you want to call it. So when these documents were proven false, when Richard Doty was outed, and I mean, he still continued to push stuff after he was outed as Air Force intelligence and pushing disinformation, you know, and people just kind of layered their own theories to keep them believing the same thing when it's like, no, that it's actually the Air Force at very least misleading you guys, you know, with all this UFO stuff and that it's aliens. But all they did was come up with more and more complex ideas to reinforce their belief, rather than actually, you know, taking the very simple evidence that was presented to them and, you know, allowing it to affect the change in their beliefs. And I suspect the same thing about the whole flat Earth thing. I honestly do. They're not a bunch of shills, okay? Just like most of the people who believe in the UFO stuff are not a bunch of shills. You know, Richard Doty was a shill. And he was behind the scenes for the longest time. Like, people didn't know who the hell he was until, what, the 90s or maybe about a decade ago, I think it is. Something like that. But yet he was doing it since the early 80s. Now, I don't know where Dubé got the idea from. I don't really care. I know the Flat Earth Society existed before then. The concave Earth idea has been around for over 100 years. I think it was like the 1800s when Cyrus Teed came up with it, you know. You can look him up. Cyrusteed. But, I mean, these obscure, odd ideas, you know, they can kind of go underground for a long time, then rise up just, you know, because one person catches on to it, and, you know, they're like, they believe it, you know, and then they spread the idea, and, well, we got the internet now. We have YouTube. Okay. It doesn't mean these people are shills. They may actually genuinely believe what they're saying. And to scream and yell about them being shills, especially if they are not shills, actually just further reinforces their beliefs. Does it not? Alright, so let's take this back even further. Custom range to February 2015. Okay, let's go back before November. Let's go to February 1st, 2014. Alright. What is this? Lamy Watcher. There's a few flat earth videos. It's not giving me the view counts, which would be nice. Alright, this has 16,000. This is from January 22nd, 2014. Let's go further back. Let's see. I'm going to pause it. Okay. Let's see what the first search term comes up with. Of course, it's a YouTube video. 289,000. And this is from 2010. So yeah, the Flat Earth Society has been around for a while, but I bet you this video only got these views pretty recently. So we got 468,000. I don't even know about this How Stuff Works channel, but even still, it's not like, you know, it's not viral videos. Hundreds of thousands of people watch them. Probably a lot of them are doubters, you know. Like I said, I bet a lot of these, you know, started getting the view counts recently. And this one's from 2008. Thomas Dolby, The Flat Earth is... Okay, I think this is just like a song. It's a song, okay. Here's one from late 2008. And I'm going back to 2008. Columbus and